Alright, so the team at BEZGAR reached out to me, guys, and sent me this thing for review. This is the HP161. This is a 16 scale monster truck RTR. I believe it comes with a battery, so it's an all-in-one package, ideal for the beginners. It's available from BEZGAR.com. It's retailing around about £80, £15 shipping to the UK. So it's not too badly priced. There is a link down below, guys, where you can get an extra 10% off as an added bonus to this. Super excited. Let's get it cracked open. Let's see what. Alright, so let's see what we got with this car. A nice little controller. It isn't the best, obviously. It's not going to be at the price range that these cars are selling at. I don't expect to see a top-end controller, but it has some features on it. It has a 75 or a 70%, I think it is, to 100%. So that's really good if you're letting the little ones having a go. Once they get used to it, you can crank it up. We've got a steering trim, and then we've got this here, which is an FN button, and it's actually a button, it's not a blank. I suspect that is for the lights that are on the front of this car. Underneath you've got a screw to hold the battery cover in place, and I think it's just 2 AA batteries on that as well, so not too many batteries required for that. The wheel, it's got a foam pad in it. I always like to have a foam pad on there. Seems to be alright, there's not a lot of travel there. The trigger, yep, feels good. Nice little manual for this, and just an exploded view, and has all the part numbers in it as well, so that's really good to keep to hand as well. This is a nice little feature. We see got a LiPo bag with the car as well, so that's a really good little feature. The car itself comes with 2 batteries. I thought it only came with 1, so that's an added bonus, that, guys. So here's the batteries. It is a hard case 2S LiPo battery, so just here it says 7.4 volts, 850 mAh, and I think it's a 25C battery as well, but I can't see that written on anywhere. And another way you can tell that it's a 2S, you've got 3 prongs on the balance lead here, which corresponds to being a 2S battery. But the fact that we've got 2 of these will allow you to probably have a good 20 minutes runtime on this car, so that's a really good bonus. There's the batteries, and guys, we get the wheelie bar. I was looking for the wheelie bar on the car, it wasn't installed, so it's something that I'm going to have to install ourselves, but it should be straightforward. There's 4 screws. So other than that, we get this warranty card as well. BEZGAR support. Okay, so it looks like we have to go online. Please visit BEZGAR support website and activate your warranty. Yeah, so it looks like we need to go online and activate the warranty. And the car itself, let's have a quick look at it. Tires, they feel nice actually. Feel like some quality tires on there. So it's soft, and it's got a nice tread pattern on it as well, so it looks like it's going to be able to handle some off-road action as well. Let's pull the lid off. Something that I probably am going to change out is these pins. These pins came out so easily, I didn't even need to pull on them at all. They just fell out, to be honest with you. So it might be an idea to upgrade these pins to slightly bigger ones, or do something else with these body posts, because I can see these pins flying out on the first tumble we have. Oh, the car itself, just have a quick look at it. So it's got friction shocks, which I'm not a big fan of at all. With it being a hobby grade car, I would have liked to have seen some oil fill shocks, but I know that this here is actually a brushed version of the HP161. It comes as a brushless version as well, and that brushless I think comes with oil fill shocks, so you can upgrade these shocks if you wanted to. We have a combination ESC and receiver box here, so that basically means that the two things are combined together. But what's good about it is we have access to the pins and the connections to the receiver pack here. One of these is servo and the other one says FN on it as well. So the FN is for the light at the front, the servo obviously is for the steering servo. So that's something that we can change out, so the steering servo is separate. This is a 390 motor, I think, which isn't a bad size motor for a brushed system. I do have this motor in other cars and it is quite quick, but was it quick enough for us to do some bashing with and some flips and stunts? I'm not too sure. We'll have to check that out, guys. But something that's drawn my eyes is these here. Look how thick these things are. The steering links are really good, and just down there it looks like a metal link as well, so that's a good bonus to have. Let's have a quick look at the front here. Wow, so it looks like we've got some CVDs at the front here, and them shafts are super thick, so that's a good bonus. Alright, so that looks like it is a metal cup. So that's a really good upgrade. Metal cups on all the way around, so that's a really good upgrade. Arms, I'm not too sure about the arms, to be honest with you. We'll have to see how well these cope with some bashing. I do like to spray the whole car down with WD-40 before we take it out for a bash, and it just helps the plastics be a bit more flexible. We've got some nice bumpers on this thing, so that's a really good bonus as well. Other than that, the batteries do have a slight shape to them, but what I do really like about this is the batteries are held down quite well. So we have this kind of hinge system here with a locking mechanism on it, and the back here, just this little groove here just slots in the back here, so it's held at the back, and then it just locks in, and then that battery isn't going anywhere. And that's one of the biggest issues that I have. These batteries do start flying. If you start Velcro straps, these batteries can fly out and get damaged, and then you're just going to have to throw it away and get another one. We've got a Dean's connection for the battery, so that's something that I expect to see as well with these. The only problem with these is they do overheat and they start melting, then you start having a few problems. So that's something keep an eye on, maybe upgrade if you need to. Other than that, the car seems to be all good. I do like this honeycomb structure that they've got to the chassis, and it makes it a lot more rigid and able to take them knocks as well, so I'm happy about that. So overall, yeah, for the price point, guys, I think this car looks a lot better than what I've had in the past, with this kind of power system in it as well. So I'm looking forward to getting this thing out. We're going to get these batteries all charged up. I've got the wheelie bar to install, so I'm going to get Alright folks, that's going to be it. That's LVC. This little thing didn't disappoint, haven't broken anything on it, I don't think. She's had a lot of tumbles today. Hit some good few rocks and things at the bottom, so the chassis looks all good as well. Can't see any damage anywhere. Pull the pins. So you notice I have upgraded my pins, guys. These are a 10 scale pin. All I did was made the hole a little bigger just to accommodate these bigger pins. The old ones, they were too small, they're too thin, and they were falling out very easily, so I've upgraded them. None of these have popped out this time. Just rip the lid off. Wow. Everything looks to be alright, guys. I can't see any broken parts so far. See, I haven't really been pushing it too hard, so the motor's nice and cool as well, but everything seems to be in its place. Yeah, so I'm happy with that, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give me a like. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, guys. I will be leaving the link in the description, guys, where you can get this from, and also there'll be a link for a 10% off as well from BEZGAR.com as well. This thing is a lot of fun. I'm not too happy about the friction shocks. If they were oil filled shocks, it feel more like hobby grade, but I get it. I understand why they put friction shocks in at the price range that they're selling these at, around £80 or £100, including shipping as well. They do a brushless version of this, and that brushless version does have the oil filled shocks as well as a better motor, obviously, and a better ESC as well, so it's a lot faster. Probably would have enjoyed that one a bit more than this, but for a beginner, this thing is ideal. Even at 100%, my little one at 5 years old was able to control it. You can turn it down to 70% as well, so as a beginner car, this thing is awesome. You get 2 batteries with it, so I really highly recommend it. If you're a bit used to RC cars, then I'd get the brushless version, and if it's too fast for you, the brushless, just turn the power down a little until you get used to it. That's the way I would probably want to go, but it is twice the price, so it's one of them where you can, whether you can justify buying a brushless version or a brush version, that's up to you guys. But as I said, I've had a lot of fun with this thing. Today's location has been epic. Check out the waterfall. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, as I said, and if you did, make sure you hit the like. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, guys, and until the next time, see you.